depths of the Sacramento hip hop underground. This is Subconscious 916 with M Theory.
Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to Subconscious 916. I'm your host, M Theory, and this is an hour of local Sacramento hip-hop music. Tonight on the show, I've got an interview I did with a Sacramento hip-hop legend. His name is Mr. P. Chill. We'll get into that in a little bit, and I've got a bunch of cool music for you guys coming up from many local Sacramento hip-hop artists. I got a lot of music I want to play tonight, so I'm going to get right into it. This first one comes from a group called Tel Cairo, and this is featuring Task One and Jonah Matronga. This one's called The Evening Push. You're tuned in to 1430 AM KJAY. This is Subconscious 916. I'm M Theory. Stick around, stay tuned. We got hip-hop music from Sacramento coming up. right, that first one right there was Tel Cairo featuring Task One and Jonah Matranga with Evening Push. All right, 916, keep it locked right here. I've got more hip-hop on the way. And as I mentioned, an interview with Mr. P. Chill tonight. You guys don't want to miss that. Stick around. Let's get into some more music. This one coming up is from a Sammy Award winner this year for Best MC. This is Century Got Bars. This is the Mighty Nola. Check it out.
Nola. I met this girl at the market, said her name was Nola. Nose ring, tight jeans, a bag on her shoulder. She ain't the type of girl you can even push over. Look at those lips fit to sip on mimosa. She asked if I roll, I said yes I do. She said, well, I'ma spark a L, you should come on through. So we waited for the bus, hopped at 62. I didn't know what I was getting into. The blunt was the catalyst that fooled the protagonist. She had me at hello and I ain't even mad at it. Nola shared the story, said life was really hard, broke my heart. Don't know how she made it this far. Nola dreams of poetry and knowing things. Freedom is a fantasy, but someone clipped the wings. And as the L faded, I started to think how I gotta help this cage bird sing. Feel me? So long walks and talks turned to pillow conversation. Wake and bake souls touched through love making. Fell into a trap but was gladly taken. Trying to find the best way I can explain it. Her love's too big to be given to one, so her rays spread wide like the sun. If my eyes only knew what to run from, I would've known that I lost for I won, man. The mighty Nola. Nola. I'm loving me some Nola. She say she love me too, but monogamy is something that she just don't do. So I tried to play it cool, like I could break her rules when a girl try to tell you the truth. Listen, she don't wanna hurt you, she just wanna live. She don't wanna pick a fence with a house and some kids, or a dog, or a ring, just all the finer things. But if you let her in, she gon' pull your heartstrings, and it's not a bad thing, but it can be. Now I'm loving Nola like she was my family, and sadly, in the end, that's what's in her packet. Cause now jealousy is fueling my reaction. See her in the park with new chick laughing. See her in the club, two more chicks smacking. See her in my mind like, damn, what happened? Crucify my heart like this was the passion. If this was an opera, she would be my phantom. Her out of my life is shit I can't fathom. So I just manage, endure all the damage. Bellboy with it, me and Nola and her baggage. But Nola ain't a savage, she just a bitch. And I play the game knowing that I couldn't have it. Moral of the story, it is what it is. Don't let your heart, let your mind play tricks, man. The mighty Nola. Nola.
Hey yo, it's 14:30. We way more dirty. Pip Dogs, KJ.
Pip Dogs in the building.
KJ Radio. M Theory, the big homie. What up? Real, recognize real.
I ain't chillin' where the killer's at. I'm here spilling ill raps and you feelin' that. Feelin' that time, still a hometown hero. I'm known to catch wreck and that's where the ground zero. Coming with the dope design, cats wanna quote the rhyme. Man, it's so godly, I made the Pope resign. Yeah, it's focus time, sitting in the lab again. I gotta find my notebook and then grab a pen. Battle rap, gravel nap, scratch that. Mike Fighter, type of rider, old school like a typewriter. Might buy the flow, nah man, I never will. Illest in the game, man, I'm getting better still. V for Vendetta feel, take it back to square one. My pen's a Mac 10, you coming with a flare gun. It ain't fair, son, when they play me. I feel like LeBron dunking on a JV. Hey yo, yeah, I do it all day, I'm just rocking the beat. I do it so much it rhymes when I talk in my sleep. An 80s baby with a 90s flow. It's time to go, open mic, gotta find a show. I'm so grimy, yo, and that won't change. Wordplay in the flow, man, they both flames. Kurt Cobain when it comes to the artistry. You can't take my mic away like it's a part of me. Something like an artery, I needed to survive. Keep the hating to yourself and you will leave here alive. I got bunches of punches, hit you with a combo. Your team's winning without you, how you feeling, Rondo? I'm the one to follow, watch me catch wreck on the page. Word to Apollo, trash getting swept off stage. Yes sir, this lyricist is serious, Ed Murph style, raw, delirious.
Alright, that last one you just heard was Manic the MC from PDM Records. Shout out to the Piff Dogs. That one was called Speak Your Piece. Dope track right there. Alright, we're gonna keep it moving. I got more music to play. This one right here comes from my boys BP and Prada. Shout out to Diamond Wood Music. This is off of their upcoming album. And this one is called Swimming. Enjoy.
Summertime and there's nothing on my mind. I got Prada by my side and all the women looking fine. We don't need a dime, just a syllable to rhyme. And we go together kinda like a lemon and a lime. I'm one of a kind, take advantage of my time. And we got lives to change, I will never walk the line. Underground, you would think we ran a mine. And I ain't talking to the law, bro, I'm a man of crime. We're getting busy in the city of the trees, best believe. Put the fit on years ago and now we rolling up the sleeves. And please, you really think we ever giving up? I went under, held my breath, kept my feet and came up like what? That's all you got to throw at me, G's. I've known what I've wanted since I was 16. I've gotta always try my best and give my all. Tell the truth, I'll never lie, live it up and never fall. I try to shake it like seizures, but people always measure my success to a rip dollar. No scholar, guess I'm too dumb to be great, why bother? Might as well drink this bottle like water. Sorry lady, I'm not good enough for your daughter. I hang around with a bunch of good folks who give hope when they hear what I wrote. Silly, why
listen. Believe me, BZ, this life is easy when you're not greedy. And all I need is my music and a tank that's on empty. So if it's money you're looking for, lady, you should leave me. Because I'm wealthy and happiness and I'm very giving. I'm not supposed to be this far, but this boy's driven. She fucking laughed like I'm kidding, rhyming for a living. She packed her bags and she left like vacation. You can roam the world but can't escape my vision.
Sun-colored, then they fall, they disintegrate, fertilize the soil, and we all in the same cycle. Every living thing on earth has a purpose, a day of death and a day of birth, and it hurts when we lose anything that we hold close. No toast gonna compensate or even come close, just hope. And memories are really all we got. As much as you wanted to, time is never gonna stop.
You never know what you got till it's gone. I just want you to know every time that you're hearing my songs and you feel like I'm talking about you, you ain't wrong. You're saying I'm mad, but that hurts to know you only have thoughts of me losing. The path that I'm choosing is mine and the outcomes on me. And if that makes me worth nothing, then fuck it, I am free. I create what I think and speak what I believe. So leaving me was probably the best for me to succeed. Peace.
This is Subconscious 916 with M Theory. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. Yeah, this morning. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. This morning, I'm on the wrong side. I'm on the wrong side. I'm on the wrong side. Wait, you're on the wrong side. Waking up heavy-headed. The overgas cracks through the lines. Don't wanna eat breakfast. It just seems to be a waste of time. Seems cold and polluted. I just wanna close my eyes, 'cause I can't find a solution. I must be jaded, my common sense is faded, frustrated at all the carbon dated problems created. I must be hexed. The mail don't harbor no paychecks. Now what's next? Perplexed with a false god complex. I must be cursed, waking up with the worst, feeling in my stomach like it's gonna burst. It hurts, I must be Jace. I don't even wanna blink. Today I don't have the brain capacity to think, because I woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. Yeah, this morning.
Cigarette, I need a drink. The sink's yelling at me once again. It's the comment left the vomit smell after pouring it in. In the stage right, here comes the wife in, wobbling off topic, still drunk from the night she welcomes me with good morning substitute. Here's what it meant, a salute, I'm used to it, so I play stupid with a kiss on the cheek. Let up, at me, I got no time to think. Next move out to the front line, pull meaning 16 out and visit the job. Neighbors looking as they check the stock market. Walk up to the campus and kick the garbage over as it pours into the street. On the paper there's a picture of me. Morning, when I was what's in the Walgreens. It was just a night, what another day. This morning,
All right, that last one right there was yours truly, along with my boy 16. We go by Suicide Casanova, and that's off our little Blanket EP. And that's called Wrong Side of the Bed. If you want to go download that project, you can get it for free off our Bandcamp. That's www.suicidecasanova.bandcamp.com. The album's called The Blank EP. You can download that for free. All right, what I'm going to do now is get into the interview I did earlier in the week with my man, Mr. P. Chill. You guys check this out. Enjoy. All right, I'm here with my man, Mr. P. Chill. How you doing, P. Chill?
Doing great. How you doing, Theory?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for sitting down and talking to me.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, why don't you just go ahead and tell my listeners who you are, what you're about, where you're from, and yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'm Mr. P. Chill. I'm from Sacramento, California, born and raised. I've been putting out records for over 2 decades here in town. Just trying to keep real hip-hop alive and keep it moving, man.
Absolutely. Cool, man. So, when did you start writing hip hop? When did you start getting into that?
I was in probably junior high when I first started trying to write lyrics and whatnot. And by the time I was out of high school, I'd already dropped my first single when I was in high school, and that was back in '92 when that came out. I'm no young guy by any means, but that was back in '92, and it wasn't quite as commonplace either for people to put out their own music independently. It wasn't. Nowadays, it seems like everybody and their mom has a label or a studio or something. It was definitely a little bit different back in those days, but yeah, it was kind of just putting that single out felt like a huge accomplishment. And I thought, hey, I did it. This is it. And then 20 years later, I'm like, dang, I'm still doing this. What the heck is this? You know?
That's dope. That's dope. You put it out. You said a single? Is that
just a single back then?
Do you do it on vinyl?
Cassette.
On cassette, really?
A single, the little O card around it. Yeah.
I like that, man. See,
I couldn't afford to do the vinyl back then, so I was like, well, I'm just ready to do cassettes then. Shoot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what's up. As far as so you've been doing it for a while, how has your music evolved from as it is now from when you first started?
Considerably. I listened to the stuff I did, 20 years ago, and it's just like, man, why did I even think I should put that out? You know what I'm saying? Right. But also the climate of hip hop was completely different in the early 90s. It was coming out of the 80s style, coming out of that age, coming into the golden era of hip hop where things are more lyrical than they probably ever will be again, in my opinion. And so yeah, I was still kind of coming with a lot of the early influences I had, growing up in the 80s and whatnot. So it's over the years, I kind of developed into my own style where I wasn't trying to, hey, I'm gonna rap like this guy or rap like this guy over here. It's like, no, I'm gonna rap like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
what's okay, that kind of transitions into hip hop as a whole right now, as far as like the industry or musically. What's your take on it right now? What do you feel about it?
In my opinion, the industry right now is very much in a crossroads, so to speak. We have a lot of garbage that's out there that's all over the radio, just complete BS. Complete wasted money on these artists that don't have any real talent or anything to say. But at the same time, if you go into the underground, it's alive and well. There's artists out there doing what guys like me and you are doing all over the country. As I tour through America, I used to think, oh, we're doing this in California, but then as I go across the country, every city's got a scene just like Sacramento, and they're just doing their own thing there, and that's where it's alive and well still. I don't think that mainstream is ever going to come back around to where like it was in the 90s when you could hear De La Soul on the radio or Gang Starr on mainstream radio. I don't think it's ever going to come back to that again, just because the way that the powers that be have set things up. It's gotten too corporate and there's too much money involved, and if you don't have the money, you don't end up there. We need to keep our stuff very much ownership. We need to own our stuff, basically.
Right.
Don't let anyone else own you. Right now with the internet and the digital sales the way they are, we have almost not a level playing field, but more so of a level playing field than we've ever had before as independent artists, and we need to take advantage of those things. as artists so that we can propel ourselves to the point where, like, say for instance, Rhymesayers, they're not super mainstream, but they're doing pretty darn good at the same time, and they're making quality music. As independent artists, we can all do these things, but we need to make sure we stay on top of our game.
Exactly. It's almost like nowadays we don't need artists like us. We don't need the major record companies.
Not unless you want to try to make some of that weak pop music. You know, if you want to do that, you really might want to do that, because you try to go underground, do some weak pop music, you're getting thrown off a stage, come around where I'm at.
Absolutely, man. So let's talk a little bit about your music. What about beats and stuff? Where do you have like go-to producers that you go to, or do you shop around?
For a long time, my go-to producer was myself. I made my own beats. I felt like with my lyrics, I wanted to make sure the music had a certain feeling, and I didn't think anyone could convey that feeling that I'm trying to convey better than myself, because I can't really describe it in words. So I wanted my music to have a certain tone to it, a certain aura, almost paint the picture the words go on top of, you know what I'm saying? So for a long time, I did a lot of my own production. I still do. On a new record I'm coming up with, I do about 1/3 of the production, but I do have some go-to producers now. There's a guy over in Finland that I've been working with for a couple years now. His name is Tuzu. Dude's like a beast. He reminds me of like a Finnish Pete Rock. You know what I'm saying? It's as weird as that sounds, but dude's amazing with the production. Mike Colossal, one of my DJs, has been making some beats for me. That dude is just rugged on some samples. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing what that guy does. Who else have I worked with? My dude down in LA, Loomis, has kicked me a few beats. I just got one from Sacramento artist Lefty Rose. He's out in LA right now doing his thing, but he has produced a joint for my new record coming up.
Oh, okay.
So, and then there's Salam Sound, this new up-and-coming producer here in Sacramento. She does really dope stuff. She did a track for me as well. So, yeah, I'm trying to expand out and work with other producers, because I feel like I was kind of getting to a plateau with myself where my songs were all starting to sound the same with me rhyming over my own beats. It's like almost like I was making the beats predicting how I was going to rap to it, and I really needed to have beats that I needed to grow with a little bit. So as I started the last couple of years working with other producers, I felt it's kind of got me off that plateau I was on, so I could step up to the next level a little bit more. So
nice, get some kind of outside influence.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly.
Nice. Cool. And so what do you use to make beats, you personally?
I use Reason.
Nice.
I use Reason and Sonar. If I'm working with samples, I chop them in Sonar, take them directly off the vinyl or what have you, and then, loop it up in there. Then I put that into Reason and work it out in there to add drums and synths and whatever other instrumentation I want to add to it. So that's my general process I go through to do it. So.
Okay, so what about right now we let my listeners give a little taste of what Pete Chill sounds like? You want to get into a track?
I'd love to get into a track. I really want to get into my new one. I had a single just drop first Tuesday of the month. I think that was the 3rd of December. It's called Tomorrow. It's the first single off my upcoming record. It comes out in June, called Persistence. And it's featuring my dude Mike Colossal on the cuts, and it's produced by the guy from Finland, Tuzu. So awesome. Let's definitely get into that track. I'd love to share that with listeners. Yeah.
Here's Pete Chill with Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I get rugged when I grab the mic to give you what you like, sight. I'm not on some pop-ish, but I keep the party hyper than hype, brighter than bright, with beats tighter than tight. It's going down tonight, right? Oh no, it's tomorrow, but that's okay, son. Pete Chill's here now, I'm ready to flow until the morning sun, so let's get the job done. Whack MCs, I'm wasting some. I hope that's not a problem, but if it is, cover the eyes and the ears of your little kids, cause I'm here to ruin these whack suckers' careers. So if you're not about it, you need to be about it. I get on the roof and shout it until the world's about it, cause real hip-hop pumps through my veins. I'm here to make change, leave things rearranged, cause hip-hop is headed for death and sorrow. If we don't turn around, we won't see tomorrow. Remember when MCs were real, not frontin' fools with a record deal, not fake rhymes saying idiots. I know you know just how I feel, cause you might have been there with me, either a fan or an MC, but either way I know that you can see
that these wannabe cats with a bling-filled raps are fake enough, so you don't have to ask. But if it's up to me to take the task and call them out, I'll take it back and show these weak sellouts that this shit is whack, hella whack. But anyway, with no more delay, I come here today with a message to y'all that I don't play because of all the lies you say. It's the reason hip-hop up today. You can only blame yourself, nobody else. All you spit about is bullish wealth. That's bad for hip-hop's health. I'm here to save this shit, not selling out to have a hit, rather taking it back a bit. I know that y'all remember it. If you forget yesterday, bank only on Tuesday. Tomorrow will always be too far away.
All right, I'm back here with Mr. P. Chill.
Yes.
Yeah. P. Chill, tell us, where does the name Mr. P. Chill come from? How did you get that alias?
Wow, that's an old story right there. Very old. No, back in the day when I first started rhyming, and it was I was writing the rhymes in the late 80s, like 88, 89. I was a young kid, and I used, my given name is Bill. So I was like, oh yeah, Chill Bill. That's a good rapping name. It's, that stuff rhymes and whatever. And then I got some new glasses at one point. One of my dudes was like, man, you look like a professor with those round little glasses you're wearing. We're going to call you Professor Chill. I'm like, all right. And that was, during the days of, enlightenment was coming around in the hip hop. People were talking more knowledge-based music, which is always where I've kind of gravitated towards anyway. So I was like, okay, I can dig the Professor, And then I eventually did just shorten it to P because Professor just felt too long. So it was just P Chill. And then at one point in my career, I did step away from the mic for about a year or so. I was kind of just going through some stuff in my life. There's been a few periods in my life where I've stepped away just to get my life right and then step back to the mic. And when I came back, I put the Mr. in front of it because I wanted to be like, no, I'm mature now. I've grown up. It's Mr. to you. It's Mr. P. Chill. That's kind of where the name comes from altogether.
Cool. So you were talking a little bit about you have a new album coming out.
Yes, I'm very excited about it. It's called Persistence.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that. What you got going on with that?
It's going to be, right now, it's shaping up to be about 15 tracks. It may end up being more. I might whittle a few out there, but it will be a full length. The title comes from, I was talking to my dude Jay Smo from Bunks. He runs SacktownHipHop.com, which all your listeners, if they can, go check that out. It's definitely the source to see what's going on in the Sacramento scene. That dude's working hard at it. But anyway, back to the persistence. We were talking one day, and we decided, I was talking to him about song titles and words, and I decided the one word that I could use to describe my career up to this point is persistence. Absolutely. So I felt like, well, that just feels right. That's got to be what this album's called. It's got to be called Persistence. So went ahead and did that. I've been working on a lot of new tracks. I'm getting real personal on this record. I mean, I've always done some personal stuff here and there, but a lot more personal tracks in this record than normal. So it's not going to be so much like All Seriousness Aside was in 2011, which was a fun record, a lot of old school influences. It was a very good time kind of record. There'll be some good time stuff on here, but it's going to be a lot more kind of my journey as a human being. So,
and you've performed and done live shows all over the country.
Yeah.
Tell my listeners what people can expect when they come to see P. Chill live.
You can expect quality. Quality. That's the one word I could use to describe that, quality. Basically, I put it all out the line myself, whichever DJ I'm rocking with, whether it's Mike Colossal, whether it's DJ Uppercuts, whether it's DJ Nocturnal. We bring forth a lot of good energy. We like the crowd to be involved, and I think it's one of the things as I travel across. I've been spending the last 3 years. I've been just traveling California to New York, back and forth, just getting in the car or the van or whatever mode of transportation and just going and just traveling most of the year and performing in these different cities. And a lot of places, people, I think, are taken back by, number one, there's an actual turntablist on stage. Absolutely. But also with the energy, because so many people, because I'm going back to that whole thing with how hip-hop's being ruined by the record companies and whatnot, they're expecting that. They're expecting a lower quality of music. So when you bring something that's high quality, the fans get excited about it, but also the other artists because they think that's how they're supposed to come out. They're playing to that stereotype of what hip hop is supposed to be. So then you're out playing all these guys, not all of them, because I met a lot of very talented cats out there, so I don't want to be that general. But you're out playing a lot of people out there, and hopefully, I mean, my hope is that maybe they find some inspiration from that and take it back to the roots of hip hop a little bit and stop letting these corporate conglomerates dictate what hip hop is.
Right. And as far as like touring goes, what would you say is like a main thing that you've learned from all that touring, and maybe like some advice you would give to an artist who's just starting out, just getting ready to start doing their first tour? Or
I would say I've learned probably the most important thing that I've learned, and it could also give as advice to any artist, is go out there with zero expectations. If you go out there expecting that every night the shows are just going to jump off and it's going to be this hype crowd and they're just going to love you and they've never seen you before, but they're going to love you anyway, kill it. Don't even go out there like that. You're going to have places that's going to happen, and it's going to happen in the most unlikely of places for you. But don't expect it every night, and don't expect it at all, especially the first couple times you're going out there. But not saying it won't happen, but if you go out there expecting it, you're going to feel let down at the end of every night, and it's going to be, you're already working when you're on the road. And I don't care what you say. When you're on the road, you're on the clock 24 hours a day, because you're not traveling, you're sleeping in some lousy hotel. If you're not sleeping in some lousy hotel, you're eating some lame gas station food for breakfast. I mean, the level I toured, there's nothing really glamorous about it. We pile into a van or an economical car or whatever we have, fly out somewhere maybe, and then get a car or whatever, and we just drive. And you expect a lot of time in the car. Expect a lot of, like I said, don't expect anything, because what you can't expect is a lot of things to not go the right way if you have expectations. So my advice for these artists, though, is to get out and do it, especially artists that feel like they're getting bored with the local scene here in Sacramento. Start planning trips. And I don't mean just, I'm going to go on a tour and I'm just going to go. My tour is Stockton, San Francisco, and Woodland, and Sacramento. That's a tour. That's cool. You're going to some places. But no, expand it. Go to LA, man. Go to Reno. Go up to Portland. Go as far as you can. That's kind of how I started. I started doing the circuit of, all right, I'm going to do all of California, Nevada, Arizona, Washington, and Oregon. And then, okay, let's add a little more. Let's add Idaho up in the mix, and Colorado and Utah. Let's add Wyoming in here. I'm driving through Wyoming all the time. Well, I better stop and do a show in there too, because I got to get it from there to get to Colorado. So, and then you just start doing that, and you set up your own network. Like my own touring network, when I'm planning a tour, now I've been so heavily touring the last 3 or 4 years, I just make phone calls to some of my regular contacts in these places and say, hey, I'm coming out this month. What can we do? Boom, 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 boom. Put these shows together. Then all right, I have this dates in between these shows. Let me try some new places out here that may be good. It may be a bust, but then you start filling in the blanks. The first couple times you go out, especially if you try to go all the way across. My first national tour, we were gone for 2.5 weeks. And I think we did 8 shows, which was, for that long, felt really sparse. I mean, it was 10 shows. It was we had like a 4-day stretch at one point. We had no shows, and it was lame. But we were also doing a lot of days we just drove maybe 12 hours on an off day. It's all we did not get out of the van all day. We're just driving. And as you start going out more and more, you start filling those gaps in, so you can have maybe your 12-hour days now, maybe a pair of 6-hour days, and maybe you can cut that down to 3-4-hour days, and what I'm saying, do it like that. So, but yeah, but stay on top of it and just keep doing it, and network with other artists. That's most of my touring is be from networking with people.
Awesome, yeah, cool. Okay, and then back to your music a little bit. What's who are
Sorry, I get long-winded.
No, you're good. Man. Yeah, absolutely. No, that's every artist I've sat down. You're the 7th or 6th or 7th person I've sat down to do an interview with for the show. Uh-huh. And, everyone brings something different to the table, and you have different experiences than them. And so, I kind of want you to put your, your knowledge and experience out there for people to see. I give you some of the, the normal questions, but, when you have some specific stuff that you can drop knowledge on for sure, which is cool. So, yeah, absolutely. What about, who are your, in hip hop or even just musically period, who's your biggest influence, and maybe like a dream collabo that you've always wanted?
Influences, a lot of my influences are older school cats. Like a big influence on mine growing up was Ice-T. And a lot of people who don't really know his music that well think, oh, why, Pete Chill influenced by gangster? And it's like, nah, dude, he was on the gangster tip, but he had knowledge in it. He was like a harder edge version of Chuck D. He was like a West Coast Chuck D with a different set of personal experiences before he stepped to the mic. And Chuck D is also another big influence. Public Enemy is a huge influence of mine. As a Caucasian kid growing up and rapping, especially in the late 80s, early 90s, when that wasn't quite so commonplace, and you had the white folks, calling you this, that, and the other thing, and then you had folks of other ethnicities like not really accepting you because you're different, trying to do this music. It was I didn't know where to fit in, so one of my big influences I looked up to a lot was MC Search from Third Base. And because the guy was lyrical, he spoke knowledge, and I don't like to play the whole race thing or anything, but I felt like I could identify with him as a white kid, Exactly. So he was a big influence on mine. In fact, on one of those CDs promos I gave you, there's I got a drop from Search a few years back.
No way.
Yeah, it's awesome. On there. Yeah, it's like the Pete Chill of it all. He sounds hecka old and stuff now, but so saying that he said something he's the essence of hip hop or something like that, and that to me was just like huge. And I'd love to eventually do a collab with that guy. I don't know if he's still even recording or not, but if he is, that would be cool. But seriously, those are some of my big influences. Brother Ali is a huge influence of New School cats. I mean, the whole Rhyme Slayers camp is a big influence because they're independent, but also because their quality as well. Like the atmosphere scene. Yeah, I saw like that. Yeah. I remember back in the day rocking, before he got signed to Rhyme Slayers, with Greaves back in the day. I did a show in Seattle in 2007 with that dude. And actually, there's a picture's floating around somewhere. That dude was actually DJing for me while I was on stage because we didn't have a DJ on this tour. So he just got on the decks and did it. And it was like,
that's dope. Yeah, that's my girlfriend's favorite MC. Like, all the time.
Cool. We've
got to meet him. He's a cool guy, yeah.
Really, really cool guy, yeah.
Yeah, Max knows him, too.
Yeah, Max. That's how I met him. Max put me on a couple shows. And Max is up there for that show in Seattle we did. Cool. Which, ironically, also, he had his whole crew up there that night, and there was a young guy by the name of Macklemore rocking that night with us too. Yeah, he was just did like one or two songs. It was like their whole crew was in the place, and that whole Seattle scene was so close knit,
Right,
so
exactly.
And that's why when I first started hearing his name pop, I'm like, God, why do I know that kid's name? I'm like, I've heard that name somewhere before, and then I figured it out. I'm like, oh, okay, Seattle, okay, that makes sense.
That's dope. Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah. So what do you say we get into another track and let everyone know what's going on? Which one you want to play now?
I want to do the one of my personal favorites. It's off of the All Seriousness side record from a few years ago. It's called I Remember Hip Hop. Since we're talking all this old school stuff, let's
keep it real hip hop. Let's do it. All right. This is, say again.
I Remember Hip Hop.
I Remember Hip Hop by Mr. Pete Chill. Check it out.
Hip hop, hip hop. Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. Remember when hip hop was all about good times? A hot DJ, MCs with the good rhymes, summer barbecues, cats and ciphers rhyming. Back when I was young, those were the perfect times, and I always had fat laces in my shell toes, rocking the tracksuit even when I was a snot nose, writing graffiti on every block. Back in them days, nobody got shot. At the corner market, my homie had the blunt to spark it, keep it a real late night in the parking. B-boys bringing the noise, pop locking and stuff, because Shady told me I gotta be tough. Looking fly in my Kango or my ball cap. This is how it was in the days of way back. I think back and I miss them days when hip hop was young with her old school ways. Hip hop, hip hop. Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. Remember when Third Base was giving the gas face and everybody was on PE's case for speaking the truth in their rhymes? Those were the times. The golden age still beats in this heart of mine. I can't let it go, so don't bother asking. Back when Zeblub X wasn't wearing the mask, he ran Nubia was telling me to slow down. Everybody sampled beats from James Brown, the funky drummer drumming. Everybody would be humming. The WA kept it real with 100 miles and running. Biz Marquis caught the vapors. Eric B made the papers. Rockin' said he was God because his rhyme was so hard. Times like that were real, my friend. I wish they could never end, but the man tried to blend
money and crap into real rap. So it's up to us to take hip hop back. Hip hop, hip hop. 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 Hip hop, hip hop.
All right, we're back with Mr. P. Chill. What do you say we close out the session? Why don't you tell all my listeners what's next for P. Chill, what you have coming up, shows, music. Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah, what's new? 2014's coming. Got the new record Persistence coming out in June 3rd. That's going to be huge. Make sure you mark your calendar and download that. Go to your local record store and buy it. I still believe in doing CDs. So what else is new? I'm going to be leaving on tour again the end of January with my dude Jay Smo and DJ Uppercuts. We're going to be doing a Southwestern tour. We're going to be going where we're playing at. San Jose, California, Reno, Nevada, Las Vegas, Tempe, Flagstaff, Albuquerque, Amarillo, Texas, Denton, Texas, Los Angeles. There's a couple other places too I'm trying to remember. But yeah, we're going to be out for about 2 weeks, the end of January, the beginning of February, just spreading it and still pushing the Equilibrium record that came out last year. Oh, cool. Awesome. And then, but yeah, that's what next year there's also, I'll announce it now. I'm not going to give any details, but other foreign soil might be seeing some P. Chill. We'll be seeing some P. Chill in 2014. I don't have all the details yet, so I can't freely speak on it, but I will be seeing some foreign shores in 2014 and rocking some foreign mics I'm very excited about. So. And
why don't you tell everyone where people can find your music, websites, or, yeah.
Yeah, the main website, the mothership is MrPChillmusic.com. You can hear music, see show dates and whatnot, videos. You go on YouTube, you can find my music videos on there. Just look for Mr. P. Chill. There's a whole bunch of videos, live footage as well as the official videos. Facebook /Mr. P. Chill, Twitter /Mr. P. Chill. That's MRPCHILL 916 on the Twitter because I lost my password for the original P. Chill Twitter. So yeah, but yeah, you know, I'm the Reverb Nation. I'm on most of social networks. Right. I'm on the, you know, look for me on the Instagram. I'm also always posting haunchy pictures of weird stuff when I'm on tour. So that's one of my favorite ones, the social media, because I can just take pictures of stuff on the road and just share it with everybody at once, you know.
And go ahead and is there any last shout outs you want to give to anyone?
My brother Jay Smo, my brother from another mother, Mike Colossal, Max Bundles, DJ Nocturnal. Of course, Max Bundles, Colossal, myself are Three the Hard Way.
That's right. You have a new project going on. Yeah, yes. That's right. Cool.
Shouts out to everyone in Sacramento. You know, really the whole scene. We're doing it, man. Sacramento's doing it.
Cool. All right. Thank you, P. Chill, Mr. P. Chill, for sitting down with me and talking to me about what you're doing.
Thanks
man.
for having me, M3. I appreciate it. And one more quick note before we get out of here, man. Thank you for doing this on KJAY. I don't know if your listeners know this. KJAY has a very rich history in Sacramento hip hop. Back in the late 80s, that was the only station that would play real hip hop. They had this syndicated show called Wrap It Up. It sounds so corny, but they played good stuff on it, and they would play the syndicated show, and I'd sit at home with my tape deck and record these awful AM radio recordings, but that was the only way I was getting it as a kid, you know. So it's got a rich history. They did a lot back in the day. I did an interview with some DJ on there back in like '93 or '94. Oh, really? I didn't remember who it was or anything like that. I just remember being out at the station at this little tiny trailer out on you know out in the middle of nowhere, and things don't look like they've changed much. So So yeah.
No, they haven't.
But seriously, yeah. So it's a good thing you're doing that at KJY. Much respect to those guys. They said they have a rich history in our hip hop community. A lot of folks don't know about.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. All right, P. Chill. Thanks again, man.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, anytime. All right, man. Peace out.
Peace.
All right, I want to thank my guest once again, Mr. P. Chill, for sitting down with me and talking to me about all the cool stuff he's done in the hip-hop community here in Sacramento and all across the country. Really cool stuff. All right, so we've got about 8 minutes here left on Subconscious 916. I'm going to end the show with some random abilities followed by some M-Born. Thank you for tuning in to KJAY 1430 AM Subconscious 916. We will see you next week, 10 p.m. here on your radio dial.
And the style's whack. Straight up. Got my own style, meaning you ain't gotta like this. I got my own style, got my own style, got my own style. My own crew ain't gotta like this. I got my own style, got my own style, got my own style. Radio ain't gotta like this. I got my own style, got my own style, got my own style. Haters ain't gonna like this. I got my own style, got my own style. Speak from my heart and you heathens call me hypocrite. Try to relate to these suckers, but I'm sick of it. I don't need none of your approval to deliver this gift. It's my mission and you're really insignificant. Bumping your gums, running off at the mouth about what you know, nothing like the size of my crowd. I said it all, pay attention. My style's heavily respected in every town that I step and get the message. Well, probably not, but I continue to rock on regardless. All your sly comments, you garbage. That's why you try to air me out, but I don't care about what you pouting for. Yo, you know I've been prepared for doubt before I met any of you no-name haters. I'm the propane sprayer, flames from my flow blaze ya. This be the days of conquer and divide. I'm always on the come up, you could swallow the pride. Cause I got my own style, meaning you ain't gotta like this. I got my own style, got my own style, got my own style. My own crew ain't gotta like this. I got my own style, got my own style, got my own style. Radio ain't gotta like this. I got my own style, got my own style, got my own style. Haters ain't gonna like this. I got my own style, got my own style. How many times have I gotta tell ya? My flow's doper than confiscated paraphernalia. Probably none cause I'm running a ton of it underground. Bump the sound, clutch the crown when I come into your town. Best believe I does what I do best. Let's rock any size crowd, is it true? Yes. Yo, my portfolio alone's rolling over these clones. Ill-bred audio atom bombs that drop in time zones different from mine. When I'm spitting these lines, the flammable flows exposed to your nose and like turpentine explode on a scene with a flow so clean. Even Sinbad gotta tone it down, nah I mean. Lean to the side with no team in the ride. It's just me and I slide across beats so fly. Surviving and rise through the lows and the highs. Foes don't thrive, my control makes them die. Cause I got my own style, meaning you ain't gotta like this. I got my own style, got my own style, got my own style. My own crew ain't gotta like this. I got my own style, got my own style, got my own style. Radio ain't gotta like this. I got my own style, got my own style, got my own style. Haters ain't gonna like this. I got my own style, got my own style. I'm spitting with vision to open up your eyelids. Can't you see these MCs are cornier than my iris? Why give attention to peasants disrespecting my presence? Punchlines don't equate substance. Don't forget that even though my style ain't the wildest, I still get it live in this joint. Anoint your sector with the records on point. Joined up with Adam once again. Now he's dropping these bombs. It's on for hours when I'm gone. Cause I got my own style, meaning you ain't gotta like this. I got my own style, got my own style, got my own style. My own crew ain't gotta like this. I got my own style, got my own style, got my own style. Radio ain't gotta like this. I got my own style, got my own style, got my own style. Haters ain't gonna like this. I got my own style, got my own style.
Yo, this is M-Born. You're now tuned into KJAY Subconscious 916 with my boy M Theory. Reborn. Yeah. Yeah. And breezy. Yeah, it's 9:15.
sun shining through the blind sides of a good day. Remind me of the good times when everything was okay. Laying in the sunlight, pumping bikes, homies on the pegs, living a young life. One time we almost got locked up for doing some issue. Tagging trains on a subway, just a bunch of young kids with my boy Jose. Back in the days, we were just kids. On a Sunday, now I'm cooler than a Sunday. Chopping us some Sade, cooking us some fried eggs. No days off, shit, you can call it Wale. Pare, ano ba ang nangyari? Di na tayo bago naglalaro sa kalye. Kumusta na si ate? I heard she got a kid on the way. I hope she grows to be like you one day. Minus the pain that we went through, all the places that we've been to. This is for the dollar, many days that we ate through. Stay dedicated for the place I was raised to. Appreciate every plate full of food, I am thankful. It's the simple things in life, I am grateful. Humble beginnings, that's why I'm forever faithful. Stay true to life, I love you when I hate you. Spread you like the wings of an angel, fly with me. We can take the skies, you and I, we correlate and coincide. It's Sunday vibes when I'm with you, exactly how I feel. Like Sunday morning jazz running through my ears, and you put me at ease like the beats that I rock with. Peace to my homies still back on the islands, grinding, fighting every single day. But no matter what they say, you gotta keep on surviving. You gotta keep on shining. But for now, just let that Sunday vibes in. Live and direct for my homies that I build with. Back to the wall like I'm back on a building. Ride for the cause just cause you feel different. They hate on my sound cause I'm young, brown and gifted. But I'm an immigrant, reborn as king again. Better than I've ever been before, and it's evident. I represent for the first class of the unheard. Spit fire every breath and my lungs burn. Yeah. And it feels so good just to let it all out. From my soul to the ground up, never coming down. Yeah. It feels so good just to let it all out. From my soul, from the ground up, never coming